The life of the snail and important information. Snail facts and information. The snail is a tiny organism that can mostly be seen in fresh water, on plants, and in the soil, moving very slowly. In this article, facts and related information about snails is discussed. The name snail is commonly used for gastropod mollusks, which can be categorized into 3 different groups. These are freshwater snails, sea snails, and land snails. The most important information relating to snails is that they may have gills or lungs according to their habitat. Furthermore, the snails which live in water have gills, while the land snails have lungs. Special types of snails also exist that have no shell on their backs, and they are called slugs. As snails are living organisms, they have habitats, lifestyles, as well as many other things. In this article, all the important information related to snails is discussed, with the aim being to increase the knowledge of readers. Different types of snails are categorized based on their habitats, such as some snails are terrestrial and some are aquatic. Most snails, in their early stages, like to live in water. However, later they dwell entirely on land, although tend to stay in moist areas. All of the snails in the world are gastropod mollusks. This means that snails are related to the octopi family. Furthermore, snails are members of the gastropoda class, which includes all types of snails and slugs. The most amazing fact about snails is that they can adopt several types of living conditions, as well as the fact that they can survive on a very small amount of food. Therefore, the gastropods further have a direct relationship with the phylum Mollusca, which is the classification of invertebrates. In this classification, all animals have soft, unsegmented bodies, and most of the animals have shells which cover their body. The main benefit of having shells is that they provide protection for their bodies. In this classification, many other animals are also included, such as cuttlefish, clams, octopuses, as well as squids. Spiral shell. Snails have a spiral shell on their backs which is composed of calcium carbonate, and it provides protection to their internal organs and their soft bodies. The snails also have lungs, which are very important components of their soft bodies because the land snails breathe air from the atmosphere. This is the main difference between land snails and water snails. Due to their tiny size and soft bodies, the risk of being crushed is high, but the shells fixed to their backs provide protection for their bodies. The snail's most sensitive organs are protected by the shells, so they can survive easily for a long time on Earth. Many observers and researchers have found that snails often live for a minimum of 5 years, up to a maximum of 25 years. Other studies revealed that snails have the ability to live in any type of environment. They can easily live in water, land, soil, dust, and mud, as well as in moist areas. The size of snails. Snails live on the land and vary greatly in size. Snails of a wide range of different sizes exist in the world. Most snails are between 28 and 35 millimeters in size. At this size, adult snails weigh 7 to 15 grams. Most of the snails living on land are only a few centimeters. On the other side, a species endemic to Africa, which is also known as the giant African land snail, may grow to between 12 and 15 inches, and their body weight can reach or exceed 2 pounds, almost 1 kilogram. They are considered the largest snails in the world. Snails' food. Snails eat a variety of foods in their habitats. They mostly like to eat those things which are available in their immediate surroundings. As most land snails live in moist and green areas, they mostly like to eat leaves and grass as well as plants. In general, some conventional foods are plants, algae, vegetables, and fruits. Furthermore, the food that snails most desire is those plants and leaves that are dying. Some snails have also been observed eating soil and sand in search of calcium. Snails are always in search of calcium because it makes their shells thicker and harder. Snails that live in farms can become a serious problem for farmers because they like to eat the plants and leaves of their farms and gardens. Due to their excessive eating of plants, they can destroy the farms. Most people believe that snails feed exclusively on plants. Snails mostly eat these for calcium to build healthier shells. Snail reproduction. Snails are also hermaphrodites and have reproductive organs in their bodies. They have both male and female organs. Due to this feature, the snails can easily produce sperm as well as eggs, which allow them to self-fertilize without having any sexual partner to increase their species. But self-fertilization will only occur when no other partner is available. However, generally, they follow the traditional way of reproduction,